here to stay. Lambeth Council, hear us say.
Lambeth Council, here to stay.
Lambeth Council, hear us say.
Lambeth Council, here to stay.
Lambeth
On the Unison branch here, we organise the library workers and other workers across the council. And one of the things I think has been so brilliant about this campaign is the absolute unity between the workforce, the trade union, Lambeth Unison, and the wider community. That's been rock solid, and that is what has scared the councillors so much. Because in other parts of the country, they've tried to divide people against each other. They've tried to sack the professional librarians and trying to convince people from the local community to run kind of voluntary run libraries. Now these don't work. They don't work, and it undermines the profession of being a librarian. But from day one in Lambeth, we've been absolutely clear. We are united in this common struggle together. But I want to say one other thing that's going on, because the libraries is absolutely the cutting edge of local government cuts. But it's not just libraries. We lost over 500 members of staff across the council last year. There's going to be another 500 lost this year, another 500 lost the year after that. Because of central government cuts, councils like Lambeth are losing money. They won't be able to afford even basic rudimentary services that the local people should be expecting the council to provide. So Lambeth Unison is moving towards a council-wide ballot for all of the members, not just in libraries, but across the whole council, to try and have a strike against more job cuts and more losses to your local services.
But I don't know if you've been looking on social media, the reaction of a lot of the Lambeth Labour councillors to us and trying to defend services in our communities. The level of their reaction is to send animated pictures of cats yawning and saying no and things like that. That is the debate that we're getting back. And the thing that I am a member of the Labour Party, and I am sickened by Lambeth Labour Council. None of them have an ounce of empathy.
Libraries have been closed across London at this particular moment. We heard at Herne Hill they're also closing Barnet libraries as well. We know in Lewisham they're closing them, Greenwich they're closing them, Bromley they're closing them. So it's a London-wide issue about library closures, and Sadiq Khan should engage with us. Nevertheless, Tricky Dixon, what should have been there at 10:30, today putting where his mouth is, giving support to Sadiq Khan. He must have heard that we were going to be there at 10:30, no show from him. So I think the 70 people who turned up, and we had a count from one of the journalists of the newspaper, there were 70 of us there, fantastic, we drove him out. However, and I'll say this publicly, his partner was there in the background, observing, right? And one of the people who was with us knew her, and she said, I'm in tears. This is the partner, I'm in tears. How is it that you are treating us in this way? How is it you're putting him in pressure? Look, Jim Dixon, I know you. I've known you for a long time. I don't know him personally, right? But I've known him through Lambeth Council and everything. He's voted for every cut that has happened in whatever period that I can think of for the last 20 years. He's voted for it. There hasn't been a shirk of saying, I am going to break ranks, I am going to do anything different. You know, the schools that were closed in the 90s and in the early 2000s, yeah, he did them. He actually went out and said, we need to close them, their excess property, their access to surplus. We are desperate for schools in London at the moment. We know that, and our kids need the schools, but Jim, don't give us this. We don't need your tears. What we want you to do is resign immediately.